All of the videos, songs, images, and graphics used in this video belong to their respective owners, and I or this channel does not claim any right over them. Make sure to listen with headphones for a more audio immersive experience. I dare you to listen with the lights off. Tonight on Beyond the Veil. Sanctioned by the Catholic Church for centuries, exorcisms are supposed to expel evil spirits that have possessed a human, but some have ended in horrifying murders. The ritual act of real exorcism is referenced in cultures worldwide, and it's a practice shrouded in controversy. The purpose of an exorcism is to expel evil forces that have hijacked the body of a living person, and even the Vatican recognizes it as a valid practice. According to Catholic law, only an ordained priest can perform a real exorcism, and they must be trained beforehand. However, there have been several reported cases where things went wrong during the ritual, and the person who claimed to be possessed either died or suffered severe mental and emotional injury. While each of these real-life exorcisms is confirmed or corroborated, psychiatrists and even the Catholic Church itself have debated their necessity. Indeed, most of the symptoms associated with these demonic possessions can be explained by modern psychology as signs of recognized mental illnesses like bipolar disorder and schizophrenia. Some incidents, however, might make you reconsider. Many may not know it. The horrifying events of the 2005 film The Exorcism of Emily Rose were not entirely fictional, but rather were based on the actual experiences of a young German woman named Annaliese Michel. Annaliese Michel grew up devoutly Catholic in Bavaria, West Germany in the 1960s, where she attended Mass twice a week. When Michel was 16, she suddenly blacked out at school and began walking around in a daze. Though Michel herself had no memory of the event, her friends and family said she was in a trance-like state. A year later, Annaliese Michel experienced a similar occurrence, where she woke up in a trance and wet her bed. Her body then went through a series of convulsions, causing her body to shake uncontrollably, leaving many of those closest to her certain that she was possessed by a demon. But what happened next was even more disturbing, and the exorcisms that her family used to treat her symptoms eventually left her dead on July 1st of 1976 at the age of 23. After the second time she went into a trance, Annaliese Michel visited a neurologist who diagnosed her with temporal lobe epilepsy, a disorder that causes seizures, loss of memory, and experiencing visual and auditory hallucinations. Temporal lobe epilepsy can also cause Geschwind syndrome, a disorder marked by hyper-religiosity. After her diagnosis, Annaliese Michel began taking medication for her epilepsy and enrolled in the University of Würzburg in 1973. However, the drugs she was given failed to help her, and as the year progressed, her condition began to deteriorate. Though she was still taking her medication, Michel began to believe that she was possessed by a demon and that she needed to find a solution outside of medicine. She began to see the face of the devil wherever she went, and she heard demons whispering in her ears. When she heard demons telling her that she was damned and would rot in hell while she was praying, she concluded that the devil must be possessing her. Michel and her family sought out priests to help her with her demonic possession, but all of the clergy she approached rejected her requests, saying that she should seek medical help and that they needed the permission of a bishop anyway. At this point, Michel's delusions had become extreme. Believing she was possessed, she ripped the clothes off of her body, compulsively performed up to 400 squats a day, crawled under a table, and barked like a dog for 2 days. She also ate spiders and coal, bit the head off of a dead bird, and licked her own urine from the floor. Finally, she and her mother found a priest, Ernest Alt, who believed in her possession. He stated that she didn't look like an epileptic in later court documents. Michel wrote to Alt, "I am nothing. Everything about me is vanity. What should I do? I have to improve. You pray for me." And also once told him, "I want to suffer for other people, but this is so cruel." Alt petitioned the local bishop, Bishop Joseph Stangl, who eventually approved the request and granted a local priest, Arnold Renz, permission to perform an exorcism, but ordered that it be carried out in total secret. Over the next 10 months, following the bishop's approval of Annaliese Michel's exorcism, Alt and Renz conducted 67 exorcisms, lasting up to 4 hours on the young woman. Through these sessions, Michel revealed that she believed she was possessed by 6 demons: Lucifer, Cain, Judas Iscariot, Adolf Hitler, Nero, and Fleischmann, a disgraced priest. All these spirits would jostle for power of Annaliese Michel's body and would communicate from her mouth with a low growl. The demons argued with each other, with Hitler saying, "People are stupid as pigs. They think it's all over after death." It goes on, and Judas saying Hitler was nothing but a big mouth who had no real say in hell. Throughout these sessions, Annaliese Michel would frequently talk about dying to atone for the wayward youth of the day and the apostate priests of the modern church. She broke the bones and ripped the tendons in her knees from continual kneeling in prayer. Over these 10 months, Michel was frequently restrained so the priests could conduct exorcism rites. She slowly stopped eating, and she eventually died of malnutrition and dehydration on July 1st, 1976. She was just 23 years old. After her death, Annaliese Michel's story became a national sensation in Germany after her parents and the 2 priests who conducted the exorcism were charged with negligent homicide. They came before the court and even used a recording of the exorcism to try to justify their actions. The 2 priests were found guilty of manslaughter resulting from negligence and were sentenced to 6 months in jail, which was later suspended, and 3 years of probation. The parents were exempted from any punishment as they had suffered enough, a criteria for sentencing in German law. Make sure to like, comment, and share. Until next time.